How we doing there, boys and girls? Manthieus here. Welcome back to another video. So we've been spending, we spent a little bit of time today on the 10.1.7 PTR, and whilst there's not huge amounts of stuff for goblins to get excited about in this final sort of 10.1 mini patch, there is some ways that you can achieve more, and some of you may have already guessed by the title and the thumbnail what we're going to focus on today, but professions have had a whole bunch of achievements added to them. If you look on retail right now, you may notice that under the professions tab for achievements, there's only a few, there's been a small amount of fishing, some cooking ones and that sort of stuff. But they've broken it down into a lot more detail now, and they've given pretty much every profession a whole bunch of things to chase after. There are some predominantly sort of like just level stuff up quests, achievements, for all of the different expansions as well. We're not just talking Dragonflight here, there's lots of stuff in here that is going to send you way back into the past to get your crafting fix. And I'm quite sure if you dig through here for your individual professions, you might find some gems amongst the rough, and some opportunities to make some gold here from other people who are also maybe less into crafting, but are a little bit more in the category of achievement junkies. You can see I've got 23,435 achievement points, which under normal circumstances is not a terrible amount of achievement points. But considering I've been playing this game since vanilla, it's probably terrible. I've never really gone out of my way to get too many of the achievements in the game, but considering, the professions is my jam, there's a good chance I'll try and get my hands on most, if not all of these, if possible, over time. So leveling all of the old professions is going to be critical to get these big achievements, but then you break it all down and you'll start to find a whole bunch more things to chase after. Now, there's lots of ones that are on the lines of just craft a whole bunch of things, right? You'll see with alchemy here, craft potions 100 times with alchemy profession. And this is actually one of, I think 3 different ranks of this, stepping up in quantity each time. This is something that may lead people to start looking for what might be the cheapest thing or the cheapest item within that profession to just mass craft a whole bunch of times, and whatever the materials end up being that go into that one thing are likely to become a bit of a hot commodity on the auction house shortly after these are input to the game. Obviously, most of the time this is going to be some old material, something that's way easy to get your hands on, and I'm sure in the next few days until 10.1.7 launches we might take a little bit of a deeper look into this and try and figure out, is there like a short list of items that people might be interested in buying en masse just to sort of spam out a bunch of stuff quickly. But there's some interesting ones as well. Alchemy, for example, had one that took my... where's it gone? Crafting all of the Philosopher's Stones, for example. It may only be 5 achievement points, but you can bet your ass there'll be there'll be players out there that will want to try and get their hands on this. And whilst most of the materials needed for these Philosopher's Stones are not going to be, too difficult to get your hands by, some of the stuff from the old expansions is more difficult nowadays just by virtue of nobody actually going out there farming the materials, getting the items together. So I'm sure there's a couple in here that are going to be quite spicy. Whilst this isn't really too much in terms of like gold making opportunity, it is nice to see that they are still progressing forward with that mindset that they went into Dragonflight with, in terms of sort of like revitalizing crafting a little bit, bringing crafting to the forefront, giving crafters and people who want to play with the professions something to chip away at, some sort of feeling of progression for those players. I don't think they've quite made crafting the 4th pillar of play like they stated they would want it to be early on in Dragonflight's development, but I think so far they've done pretty well. We are also potentially stepping back into Scarlet Monastery from a past in this patch, but from everything that I can gather so far, I've had a little bit of a look through some of the professions, there doesn't seem to be any sort of crafting opportunities per se, maybe not Maybe not any additional ancient plans or recipes like we've seen with Naxxramas and Zolgrub so far, but these achievements are something that is good to chip away at. So if you've got the opportunity, jump onto the PTR, have a little bit of a look at these for each of your individual professions and see if there's any that stand out. If nothing else, it's something to work to and something that might keep you busy for a few hours once the patch goes live. But I thought I'd bring it to you guys so you're at least aware of it before it goes live. Like I said, in the next few days, in the run-up until patch 10.1.7, I might take a little bit of a closer look at some of the features that are coming, even if they're not necessarily specifically like Goblin and gold making related. So make sure you stick around and stay subscribed for those. But I'll keep this video a little bit shorter. Give the video a like if you enjoyed it. Consider subscribing if you're new around here. And I'll see you all next time. Peace.